Hi, my friends. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. So, if you don't see a Salt Lake City recap in my YouTube feed, it means that I couldn't post it or watch it because of the hurricane. So you're getting this video instead. And if it's there, then I was able to do it, and the hurricane wasn't that bad. Yay! All right, you guys. So this video is about how I think Mauricio's new show, Buying Beverly Hills, is a secret FU to Rick Hilton. And this is my pitch to you. I'm going to tell you the episodes and what I think is the dig. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. You never know what you're going to get on my channel. Beep, beep. Okay, so let me play this for you, and then I'm going to tell you the dig.
These are kind of part of my DNA. I was born in Mexico City to a Jewish family. When I tell people that I'm from Mexico and I'm Jewish, everybody's like, what? There's Jewish people in Mexico? There's very, very few. I think the community is something like 30,000 people strong. My family moved to Los Angeles when I was just 6 years old. My first job was working for my father. But then a few years later, right during Christmas, I was fired from a job I had in the clothing business. I literally thought the world was just going to end, and I didn't know how I was going to put food on the table. I was crying, I was bawling, and Kyle was an extraordinary wife, and she sat down with me and she said, we're going to figure something out. And she said, let's go get our real estate licenses together. It's been an unbelievable run, and I decided to start the agency.
So here's some cool insight. Mauricio and PK would have bonded in the beginning, not just because Dorit and Kyle were on the show together, but because they're both Jewish. And PK has been known in different places to network with Jewish people because he's got like cliques and he's really popular, I heard. Anyway, so I think that's how Mauricio and him initially connected. And then another thing you might want to know is that Rick Hilton was actually missing from that story because after Mauricio got his license, I was told that Rick Hilton gave Mauricio his start in Hilton and Highland. And then Mauricio rose, through the ranks and I guess studied within that firm. And so, he got better and better. And then he wanted to be a partner with Rick. And for whatever reason, Rick did not make him a partner, and Mauricio felt stifled. So the rumors were that Mauricio poached some agents from Hilton and Highland and Rick Hilton and left and started the agency. But he left that part out of the story. But I think not mentioning Hilton and Highland, considering Kathy Hilton and Rick Hilton are still involved with Hilton and Highland's a real dig. Okay, that's just my thoughts on it. What do you think? Okay, that's dig one, Mauricio to Rick Hilton. There's another episode, I can't remember which one, where he says the first rule he did or he created when he started the agency was no a-holes. And I thought that's interesting. Why would that be your first rule unless you came from a group of people you think were a-holes? Because that's what would make you or motivate you to make that your first rule in your new company. Sort of the inspiration for the agency, if you will, was that let's get away from a-holes and be with nice people and, whatever his opinion of that was. So I wanted to share that insight with you. I wish I knew which episode it was in, but it's in. So how does this play out in the show? Alexia, Mauricio's daughter with Kyle, wants to do a listing, the old house in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in the early seasons, which I filmed at. He wants to sell it. And so Alexia pitches to be the listing agent and Mauricio gives it to her. But Farrah's worried that Alexia is not seasoned enough to sell a $6 million listing. And Mauricio seems irritated with Farrah when she brings this concern up because he's like, we've got to give Alexia her chance. because she's asking for it. And if I, as family, don't give it to her, who is? You'll hear him say it. But I think it was a shout out to that Rick Hilton, being his extended family, didn't give him a chance in the way that, becoming a partner. And I think that resonated with him still. I think that's because the rumor was that Mauricio wasn't offered that partnership because Rick didn't think he was ready to be a partner. So maybe that someone saying to him that his daughter Alexia isn't ready, like, brushes him wrong, because it kind of brings back that memory to him. Like, no, I'm going to give someone a chance even when everybody thinks they're not ready. Right? Because I had that happen to me. I'm not going to do it to someone else. Okay, let me play this to you. See what you think.
About Meltdown.
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
After a conversation with Alexia, obviously, we haven't really circled back and discussed. I'm wondering, can Alexia handle this? I want to play the devil's advocate and just make sure that you're not just like, yeah, of course, let's go.
Well, first of all, I have considered all the different variables, and I have to be honest with you, I don't think it's anybody's issue. Like, she's been working long enough, she deserves a chance, and if the father can, give them a chance to have their first shot at being a quarterback, like, I don't know how else you get a chance.
It's hard to be honest with Mauricio, but Alexia, I mean, she is his baby. I really want my sister to succeed. But Mauricio just assumes everything is always going to work out. He doesn't really take into consideration my time. He just thinks everyone just can get it done.
I'm the client. Like,
I know.
it's not like she's going to, make a mistake on the contract and then I'm not going to catch it. I have to sign every contract. That's the whole point of having a team, and particularly having a Umansky team, which is the family.
That's the point.
We have to water the flower and let her blossom and become beautiful. She's gonna fucking crush it, and I know she is.
Okay, well, clearly this answers the question then. You've thought everything through. I can tell he's pissed. He went full Papa Bear mode, and I'm feeling a little weird about it. I don't know when to push certain things or when not to. Don't get me wrong, I'm completely with you on the same page.
I feel 100% confident in giving her the first opportunity.
Okay. He is our dad, but not only that, he's the boss.
Well, it's not easy to deal with family sometimes, huh?
So the show is really pitching that Mauricio is trying to build Umansky family into a very similar type perceived family as the Hiltons, but their own, maybe a little trendier and cooler. I think he would want that. Do watch the show Buying Beverly Hills, by the way. It's a great show. Okay, let me play you another thing that's going to blow your mind. So I am going to play you a clip from the Netflix episode 6 of one of Mauricio's best agents saying, like, he wants to leave because he wants to keep a higher amount, from his paying the house or whatever. So he's thinking about leaving, and his friend works for Hilton in Highland. Listen to this.
You put in a good word at Hilton Highland? Look, we got a lot of young agents coming. I don't know that you're young anymore, but you look younger, and you drive a douchey car, so that helps. But look, you're building a high-end brand, right? You could kind of come in and be the, like what Tom Ford was for Gucci.
I'm really flattered because he's been in the business for 20 years. They don't recruit. They're our direct competition. It's where Mauricio came from.
Did you hear that? They don't recruit. Listen.
I'm flattered because he's been in the business for 20 years. They don't recruit. They're our direct competition. It's where Mauricio came from before the agency. It was his last job. He didn't have the best exit. I think it would sting a little extra if I were to go to Hilton and Highland because of Mauricio's history with them. I mean, truthfully, I have thought before, if I was going to go anywhere, it would be Hilton and Highland. I have a lot to think about.
I don't know why agents have to be douchey in Beverly Hills, but they do have that vibe. So I bet you can imagine Mauricio's reaction to finding out that this guy wants to leave and go to Hilton and Highland. But not only that, this guy tries to poach agents away from Mauricio, just like Mauricio did to Rick Hilton. So, ooh boy, can't wait for his reaction, but we're going to do that in a follow-up video. But I bet it'll be also kind of symbolic as to what Mauricio, it'll be interesting given what happened with Rick Hilton, Mauricio dealing with someone doing that to him. So I think that's going to be kind of wild. Don't you? So what do you think of all this? Could it be that the producers of the show are shady? Potentially he's dealing with some demons he has with the Hiltons and some of these storylines. I can't help but notice it. Okay, just two fun facts I want to add before I wrap up this video. And I will do like one last one on Buying Beverly Hills because I have an idea. But I wanted to tell you that the house that Mauricio sells to Jill and her husband in the last, it's like episode 6 or 7, that house, I think, was my ex-boyfriend, Steve Rogers' dad's house. And he was a producer, Steve, and then he went into luxury cars. But he was an amazing producer. He taught me everything. I was a production manager and coordinator for a while. And Steve mentored me and totally taught me everything. He was so good. He was so good. We did a bunch of commercials together and everything. And I adore him. But his dad was a writer for Wonder Woman, and that was his house with the cool ceiling that they were selling for $12 million. Wow. Yeah, his dad was really wise. He was a very smart man, very intimidating. I remember going over with Steve to his house, and I was like, my best behavior. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, do you think Balenciaga was doing product placement in the show? Because I noticed Farrah kept featuring her Balenciaga. And isn't that like a thing right now? They're hiring influencers to use their clothing and stuff. I just wanted to ask you that. That was something else I wanted to say. All right, I gotta go. And just to say it, whoever buys this house from the agency that's featured on the show, please DM me. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. You never know what you're going to get on my channel.